The organization formerly known as Team Acer has begun teasing a relaunch and a rebranding on Twitter. Now using the Twitter handle at esp.esports, the new organization has been tweeting daily hints about their return as well as linking to their new website, esp.sports.com. The new site features a countdown and more detailed comments about what will be coming. The countdown is set to expire on Wednesday, August 16th, and the reveal will reportedly be somehow tied to Gamescom 2016. At the time of recording, the most recent statement on esp.esports.com reads, quote, "Thus far, the team has announced we will have FIFA, Trackmania, StarCraft 2, and League of Legends. In all of these 4 games, we will field players that can compete at the top of the rankings in their respective games. Maybe we will announce some of them in the coming days. Stay tuned. By the way, more games to follow." End quote. The World Electronics Games League, WESG, has announced that it will have a prize pool of $402,000 for StarCraft 2 in its tournament in December of this year. Also featuring Counter-Strike, Dota, and Hearthstone, a total of $3.7 million will be awarded to players during this event. Spots are available for players to qualify from all over the world, with qualifiers region-locked. This is a story that I find interesting on a number of levels. First of all, this is a big move from Alibaba, an internet-based company that's essentially a Chinese eBay. It's their first big move into esports in a really big way like this. $3.7 million is an enormous amount of money to just pay out to people. That's not even taking into account how much money is being sunk into the production for this event. They announced a couple of months ago that they were getting into esports and they were reviving the old World Cyber Games brand, and they're going to pump a ton of money into esports, millions of dollars. I think the important thing to realize when talking about Alibaba and the revival of the WCG brand under a different name is that it's going to mean multiple events. So hopefully the StarCraft tournament's going to be really successful. I'm personally excited to see players carrying the national flag and actually being awarded medals again. Hopefully they bring that back. I'm a big fan of national competitions like the Olympics and everything like that, so I like that. Second of all, if you go and you look at the list of qualifying regions, it includes Africa and the Middle East very specifically. Traditionally, it's been very hard, though, for the African pros to practice because they have to play on the EU server, and they generally have to deal with an awful lot of lag and high ping. So it'll be interesting to have a little bit of a look inside the world of esports in Africa and the Middle East. That's certainly not an area of the world that I hear a lot from. So maybe something really cool will happen. Maybe there will be an awesome new pro that we can all get behind. Maybe somebody will show great games. Who knows? It'll be exciting, though. Snoot successfully sweeps the NSL Invitational tournament, coming up against the Chinese Protoss Cyan in the finals of the event. Snoot crunched out a convincing 4-0 victory. Despite years of strong showings as one of the stronger, if not the strongest foreigners in the StarCraft 2 scene, this is Snoot's first major offline win since Home Story Cup 6 in 2012. Snoot's somebody who's been on the cusp of so many great wins throughout the years in StarCraft 2, and you can just tell he's hungry for it. He really wants a really big win. And while this tournament is certainly a big deal, I don't think it really does it in terms of size and in terms of prestige, because it was a pretty limited invitational tournament. So hopefully headed into the rest of the year, Snoot will have a newfound confidence and maybe support himself a little bit in that sense. Second to that, Cyan having such a deep run. Chinese Cyan, I'm Canadian Cyan, other Cyan, good Cyan. Having such a deep run in this tournament is so cool. He'll actually be attending the WCS Copa Intercontinental Tournament happening in Mexico City later this year. In players, transfers, and signings, we've got a lot to talk about. North American Protoss Bales has left Flipside Tactics and joined Elevate. Polish phenom Nurchio has signed a personal sponsorship with Red Bull Esports. And Psystorm Gaming has signed Korean Terran and former YE Spiders member NATO. Uthermal has also announced that he will be departing AT Gaming after DreamHack Montreal. He is currently seeking a new organization. That's it for Please Pause this week, guys. If you're watching the abbreviated version, please go check out the extended version if you want to get a little bit more in-depth with all of the news this week, because there's so much of it. I know the Olympics are on. I know Dota's The International is on, but you guys got to check out DreamHack Montreal this weekend. It's going to be super hype. Please remember to follow me on Twitter and subscribe to me on YouTube. If you're watching this on Thursday, August 11th of 2016, I'm going to be streaming a little bit later today when this gets posted. So come by and hang out. Let's talk about the brackets. Let's talk about all the player moves. Let's talk about esports and StarCraft 2. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Have a good weekend.